Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 45 of the Pichu London Cup Series. Today we're here at the Charlotte Roval for the running of the Bank of America Roval 400. Before I begin, I do have to acknowledge that I made a huge mistake in scoring the playoff points. I mixed up JP Lataro's name with Logan Nieto. Nieto was supposed to be in the round of 12, not JP Lataro. It was a huge goof because I got sick in the middle of doing these events in the round of 12, and I didn't realize that I made a mistake until after I did the Talladega race. So it was supposed to be Logan Nieto in the round of 12 and not JP Lataro, and I would have had to re-add points all over again just to make it right. So I have decided that give Logan Nieto a spot into the round of 8. So Nieto automatically will advance into the round of 8, so that I don't have to recalculate everything again. Because of my error. So Logan Nieto is in the round of 8, and Quinn Moore will join along with him in the next round, no matter what happens here today. So we already know 2 drivers in the round of 8. We'll find out which other 6 will join them after this race today. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for the race at Charlotte. As LG Lataro starts on the pole today, he's been given an extra race after his runner-up finish last week at Talladega, so we'll see if he can get it done and get the win here at the Roval this time. Maxwell Smart will start alongside him in row 2. Then there's Roger Ray in the number 50 car, one of the guest drivers in this field, and Roger Ray has won here at the Roval twice. He's going for his 3rd win here at this very same track. Alexander Rose starts alongside him in row 2. Mitch Bear starts in row 3 alongside James Richardson, and Richardson comes in 1 point below the cut line. So very big race for him to advance in the next round. He needs to pick up points in this race. Draven Sand starts alongside Matthew Buss in row number 4. Buss comes in 26 points below the cut line. Needs a miracle to get him out of the jam, but anything is possible. Avi Sachs and Alex Hawkins start in row number 5. Hawkins, the guest driver this weekend in the number 3 car. Hayden Stringer and Leah Walker start in row 6. Stringer was the winner last week at Talladega, finally getting his first win since winning the championship last season, his first of the season. We'll see if he can go for 2 here today. And Leah Walker starts alongside him, one of the many guest drivers in this field at the Roval. Matt Hunter is another playoff driver still in contention, 3 points above the cut line. Reynolds is 2 points below the cut line. And then Logan Nieto, as I mentioned, he's been given a spot into the round of 8 because of my mistake in terms of scoring the points. So Nieto is in along with Quinn Moore, and the other 6 will have to race their way in at the Roval to qualify. Stitzel starts alongside him in the row. There's Pichu, another one of the guest drivers in the field, makes his return to the Roval. Garrett Albertson, Billy Bishop, 2 playoff drivers in this field in the middle of the pack. Albertson's 20 points below the cut line, and Bishop is 32 points above the cut line. 2 drivers at the opposite ends of the spectrum, but they could be swapping roles after this race, and it's still possible that the roles could be swapped after this race. Anything goes here at the Roval. And a quick look at the rest of the field. Connor Breen comes in 1 point below the cut line, so just 1 point separates him and Richardson in the 8th and final transfer spot. So Breen needs to pick it up here today. Maravilla comes in 15 points above the cut line. So a couple more points would help him out here today. Richard Morphy, Isaiah Bernash, and Zachary Fitzwater, the playoff driver in the field, 19 points above the cut line. Casey Oyd comes in 7 points above the cut line. And another playoff driver in this field. Let me check if there's more. Luke Walker is another guest driver in this field today. And Quinn Moore, we already know, is a winner he's already advancing to the round of 8 with a win at Texas. And finally, there's JP Lataro, who I accidentally put in the next round when he was eliminated at Bristol a couple weeks ago. Forgot about Logan Nieto, and that was my bad. I apologize for making that error. Nieto's in, Lataro's out. Moore is also in, of course, and I mentioned that a lot, but we're going to find out the rest of the drivers of the field that will advance into the next round. So, without further ado, it's time to begin the race here at Charlotte. So here we go. The cars are going to roll off the track here at the Roval. It's the last road course race event of the season. So last chance for the road course experts to pick up a win or two before the season comes to an end. By the way, the first stage will end on lap 15 and the second stage will end on lap 32. I've decided not to put stage break cautions because it is a road course, and I know people do not like stage break cautions on road course events because messes with strategy and whatnot. So I decided to give it a try. I've decided to run like the old-fashioned way and not have stage break cautions at road course events like these. They'll be fully implemented next season, but I wanted to give it a try here at a road course like this. Green flag is out. We're underway at the Roval. I'm sure some of you have noticed already, but the 43 car had a problem before the start of the race. So she has to make her way down to pit road just before the green flag dropped. Again, no stage break cautions at a road course. And we're going to try it out, see if the racing is a lot more fun that way. So we're going to try it out just for this race and maybe fully implement it on road courses if it does work successfully. Battle for the third position between Alexander Rowe and Roger Ray. Roger has the advantage down on the bottom, trying to get past Rowe, and Roger Ray is going to get third place from the 7 car. Ray won here twice at the Roval. He's going for a third win at this very track. A track that he knows so well, going through left and right turns. Ray is going for 3 wins at the same track. That's something that is almost unheard of in this series among the drivers. Even the best drivers have never won 3 races at the same track. Let alone 2, actually, but there are some drivers that have actually won more than once at the same track, including Nikki Maxwell at Kansas. I think she's won twice or 3 times. Somewhere in that number. But LG Lataro is your leader on the first lap of the race. He was the runner-up last week at Talladega. And now he got the pole position, his first career pole here at the Roval, but we'll see if it adds up to a victory today. Could play spoiler to some of these playoff drivers trying to earn big stage points here at the Roval. James Richardson in the 5th position right now stands just 1 point above the cut line, so very critical for him to earn some stage points to clear that cushion and to try to get him into the next round. He would be the first. He is trying to become the first driver to win 3 championships in this series, and he would be a legend if he is able to do so. But he has to pick up stage points first to make things possible. Here comes Albertson, going to try to pass the 18 of Aiden Bigelow. And Albertson stands 20 points below the cut line, but if he picks up some stage points, it will help him greatly into advancing into the next round. Here comes Pichu below in the bottom. See if Pichu can make a pass on these 2 drivers. Still trying to make a move on the top on these 2 in front of him. Pichu makes his return, and first time he's running with the Adam Petty Retro Throwback this season of his Cup Series debut back in 2000. Cassidy Reynolds just passed the 24 car of Austin Stitzel, another point possibly for Reynolds, trying to pick up very critical points at this point of the race. Oh wow, 24 got loose. It looked like Stitzel there got loose there for a brief moment, but he was able to recompose himself, and he's going to lose another position to Logan Nieto. So he's going to lose a position to Logan Nieto, and yeah, that's he almost got spun there. Anyway, Nieto trying to gain ground on the 24. Let's see if he gets through the chicane right here. The 8 car, we already know he's going to be in the round of 8 because of an error I made in terms of scoring. But Nieto's just racing as he's going to try to advance to the next round as if he's below the cut line. So now we see Lataro, and now the 20 car is gaining ground on the 62. If 62 makes a mistake, the 20 is right there to pounce on him, trying to take the lead away. 62 car is running pretty solid, and Talladega, he was runner-up. Now we'll see if he can win here today at the Roval. But he knows the 20 is right behind him. If he makes a mistake, the 20 will be ready to pounce. Oh, one car is just smacked. The 31 car just smacked the wall briefly. And now a battle side by side with Stringer and Alex Hawkins. Alex Hawkins, one of the prolific drivers in this field, is running his one-off race today at the Roval. Hawkins makes his return in the 3 car. And he's trying to make the most of his opportunity. Only driver to win in the 3 this season is Chen Zi, a former PLCS champion. And next weekend we'll have Dylan Young be the driver of the 3 car at Las Vegas. Young was supposed to run at Daytona, by the way, earlier in the season, but also was ultimately replaced by Daniel Voiles. But now Dylan Young will get his opportunity next weekend at Las Vegas. And the rest of the drivers will be announced at a later date with a couple races remaining. So those other drivers in the 3 will be announced at a later date. And JP Latar not running so well. His brother is leading the race, but JP himself is not running a very good race today. JP struggle now, and Connor Breton in the 23 car is also standing right behind him. Yeah, Connor Breton now in 41st, and looked like they made contact. Did they make contact in the last lap? I gotta go back. They came to pit. He came to pit. 78 also came to pit. I noticed that he had some damage. Oh, he got turned. Wow. Yeah, he got turned around the chicane. Well, that should have brought out a caution, but it didn't. And KCOE got turned around as well. So that's why Breen was on pit road. A tough break for the 23 as he sat 1 point below the cut line. This is going to make Richardson's job a little easier now. The 23 has struggled and he comes in 1 point below. And now Breen's gonna need a miracle at this point to advance to the next round. A tough break for the 23 team as they get into another wreck and they're down below. Quinn Moore onto pit road. An issue with the 34 car. Must have gone to another scuffle in the back of the pack. A lot of these drivers in the back of the pack getting into a little bit of a scuffle. They're trying to pick up the stage points. But ultimately, though, the race continues. Somehow we didn't get cautions for that. I mean, that's kind of weird, but we're not going to have stage break cautions in this race because it is on a road course. And they'll try it out just for this race. Matthew Buss is in 7th position right now, standing 26 points below the cut line. He's one of the few playoff drivers. He's the second highest playoff driver in the field right now. Richardson is 5th. And now Buss is 7th. And he's actually one of only 2 playoff drivers in this field that are currently in the top 10. And there we have our first caution of the race. So I was wondering when that caution was going to come out, and it did come out here on lap 7. So after 7 green flag laps to start the race, the caution flag flies for the first time today. Kind of knew that a caution was coming right around the corner, but now the yellow is out. A full course caution has been dropped. Oh look, Billy Bishop into some trouble. Gets hit by Allison Rain. Oh my goodness, this is going to hurt his playoff chances here. He stands here 32 points above the cut line, but other drivers could pass him and earn stage points, and Bishop might be out. So I think he's glad a little bit that he has that cushion for now, but is it going to be enough for him to advance in the next round after that spin? Wow, I'm sure he's angry right now with the 48 car for taking him out like that. And maybe possibly putting him out of contention for the championship. But the caution is out for the first time today here on laps 6 and 7. And we'll have a restart. JP Lautaro 41st. He just passed Quinn Moore, by the way. Moore's in 42nd. I'm sure Quinn Moore never expected to be in the 42nd position, even after winning 5 events so far this season. Yeah, it's kind of something that Moore has never experienced before. Kind of odd, but trying to pick up the pieces, and he's sure glad that he got that win at Texas a couple weeks back to get him into the next round. Green flag is back out in the air at Charlotte. Well, Maxwell Smart putting up a bit of a fight. He's been waiting so long to try to catch Lautaro to try to take the lead. He's trying to fight back. And 20's trying to clear him, but Lautaro fighting back on the outside. Here come the chicanes. Battling side by side in the bumper. Smart's going to clear him, but Lautaro has the bottom lane into the chicanes. Alexander Rose in 3rd spot now, and Avi Sachs currently in the 5th position. Here they come to the chicane, a hard braking zone coming up for Lautaro. Can he clear the 20? Oh, a little high there, but the 62 able to stay in the lead, able to retake it and reclaim the front position. 62 is in front. Takes the lead from the 20 car. He is out in front now. Lautaro retains the lead. Drivers going to the side. Some of them on the apron there. Got to be careful. Got to be real careful. The 47 hits the wall. 47 hits the wall and is going to lose a couple spots. A costly mistake on Casey Hoyt's part. And he's going to lose some precious spots. Excuse me. James Richard, excuse me, sorry. James Richardson drops a couple positions, and now he's going to have to fight with Avi Sachs. Oh, he hits the wall a little bit there. That's going to hurt him a bit. That's going to hurt him. He's on the outside. They're going into turn 3 here at Charlotte, what would be the oval turn 3, I would say. And Alex Hawkins and Mitch Berry battling side by side in the top 10. We can see we've seen how close and congested the runs in the chicane can be, but the 16 able to pass the 8 car, able to get by. Caution! There's a crash. We have someone. We got a turn. We got somebody turning around at the chicane. I'm not sure who it was, but there's some debris on the track. I don't think it occurred in the chicanes. I think it occurred in another corner. I'm going to have to go back and see where the caution happened. But it's our second caution of the day. We have a big crash. Big crash. Oh boy, entering turn 3, there was a huge crash with Quentin Moore spinning around. And Ronald Marvila among the drivers caught in the mix. This is not what Marvila needed. Even with a 15-point cushion above the cut line, he gets into a entanglement with the other drivers in the back. And it's going to hurt his chances to advance in the next round. Is that 15-point cushion going to be enough for him to advance, now that he got caught up and mixed up with the other drivers in the pack? So here we go, back to the green flag next time by. No drivers to pit. A couple drivers are pitting because they have damage from the previous wreck earlier. Hoyt coming to pit road. Leah Walker comes to pit. She had some damage as well. So the restart will occur on lap 13. Just a few laps left until they score stage points. At the end of lap 15 will be the end of the first stage. It's almost kind of like a stage break caution, but we're only going to have a few more laps left to run before the stage point score for stage 1. Here we go. LG Lautaro is on the front row with Maxwell Smart. These two have been the front runners today. Looks like Moore and JP Lautaro are on pit road right now. Going to have to fix more damage. I'm sure JP now is cheering his brother on as the green flag waves again at Charlotte. Oh, a bad start for the 62, and Maxwell Smart takes the lead. A bad start for the 62, and now is fighting for second place with Avi Sachs. Oh man, that 62 just didn't get going on that start, and now he's battling for second against Avi Sachs. Oh boy, what happened to that 62? Now he's going to have to battle for second. 5-car in the wall. Still hanging on to the 62, but the 62 is going to the bottom and turns into turn 3 zone. Here comes Alexander Rowe, top 5 car right now. And the 6-car James Richardson just gained a spot on Luke Walker. I'm sorry, that's Leia Walker. Luke was the one that went to pit road. Everybody running smoothly, at least in the top 10, through and exiting the chicane, where turn 3 and 4 would be in between. And the 20 car off to a rockin' start. That 20 car went up and running on the restart. Was able to hang on, take the lead away. 15 on to pit road. Billy Bishop. A couple playoff drivers are struggling. Bishop was in a wreck earlier in the race, and now he's going to have to fix more damage. That's going to hurt his chances to advance, depending on the other drivers' outcome. But that 15-point cushion looks like it might not be enough for Bishop to advance. We'll have to add up all the points after the race and see if it will be enough for him to move on to the round of 8 after a bad day like this. James Richardson's in the top 5 now, battling for 5th position. And after a bad day that Connor Breen has had, he's gaining ground on the leaders. He's gaining ground on the drivers that were ahead of him in the playoffs. Going to be a huge point save for the 6th car, and he would have a bigger cushion just in those points alone to advance into the next round. This will be a lot of fun. One more lap in stage number 1. This will be the last lap in stage 1. And again, there are no stage break cautions because we're on a road course. So a caution would only come out if it occurred naturally at the end of lap 15. Nathan Ormond on pit road. He had some extensive damage in the back of the pack. But now the 20 car is just dominating. He's just dominating the field right now after that good restart. Richardson stands in the 5th position. I think he's going to stay in the top 5 among the playoff drivers in this field. And the only other playoff driver in the top 10 is Cassie Reynolds. Richardson might be the only driver in the playoffs to earn stage points in this race. How about that? I mean, Richardson comes in just a point above the cut line, and now he's going to have a bigger cushion entering. He might be now 11 points above the cut line. And Matt Hunter might be in jeopardy. Hunter is right behind them, by the way, outside the top 10. But it looks like he's not going to pick up stage points in this round, so Richardson might be the only playoff driver to pick up stage points in this race in the first stage. So the first stage complete. It looks like the 20 car is going to take stage 1. They will continue the race without a caution. And the 20 car picks up the first stage win and picks up the 10 stage points. Not like it matters because he's not in the playoffs, but it's going to take points away from playoff drivers who need them to advance. And from the looks of it, it looks like James Richardson and Cassie Reynolds are the only 2 playoff drivers to earn stage points. Excuse me, sorry, my throat's just off today. But anyway, stage 1 is complete. They should score stage points momentarily. And just to check to confirm that Richardson and Reynolds were the only playoff drivers to earn stage points today in the first stage. The end of the second stage, by the way, will occur on the end of lap 32. Avi Sachs trying to catch the 62 of JP Lataro. Yeah, what's up my throat today? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best here, guys. Anyway, Avi Sachs in third position right now, trying to catch up with JP Lataro, and there's the stage points scored. Maxwell Smart scored 10, and Lataro 9, Sachs 8, Rowe 7, Richardson 6, Leah Walker 5, Barrier 4. 3 points went to Hawkins, 2 to Bigelow, and 1 to Reynolds. So 2 drivers on the playoff field earned stage points, and that's huge for James Richardson, now standing 11 points above the cut line. Bigger cushion than he had before, especially when Connor Breen's struggling. This race has been pretty tame here so far at the Roval. It's been a very tame race so far, other than those 2 early race right now. Not exactly the best race he's had so far, but with a 19-point cushion and other playoff drivers struggling behind him, still might be just enough for him to advance in the next round. A chance for trying to be a championship contender. Still waiting for that elusive first championship for the number 4 team. Trying to finally wrap it up and win the championship here with many wins under his belt. I think he's the winningest, and he was second winningest driver in the field, by the way, in the PLCS. Still has yet to win a championship, and he's looking to make this his championship season finally. The lead is cut down a little bit, but still the 20 car is able to maintain the lead. He's able to maintain control and able to continue the race as the leader. There's Hayden Stringer battling with Isaac Perdomo and Austin Stitzel. Stringer was our winner last week at Talladega. He took home the victory and finally got his first win since winning the championship last season. 19 car relieved to have finally won after winning the championship in season 45. He didn't win until late in the season and then proceeded to just roll with it and win 3 events in the playoffs alone. 19 car was able to win the championship in a show of strength. But he struggled early on and didn't make the playoffs again this season, but at least he was able to win again at Talladega. 19 car definitely might not win here today, but got that Talladega win, and he's going to at least have 1 win as a defending series champion. Looks like the top 10 hasn't really changed that much since the restart. Leah Walker's running a solid race so far. She's running in 6th position. Had some damage early on, but has rebounded to 6th place right now for the 26 machine. Running alongside her brother Luke in this field, and Pichu. And by the way, this is the first race since the Daytona 500 we've had a full 42 car field in the entry list. I mean, yeah, it's nice to see the 42 car full field back again, and I'm not sure if there's going to be more later in the season, but it was nice to have a full 42 car field for once again on a road course like this. Donald Ebrahimian running in the 12th position right now in the 54 car. Donald has come out alive in the second half of the season, even though he wasn't in the playoffs. He's racing like a playoff driver. And he's just waiting for an opportunity now to open up next season to try to have him compete in season 46. And I'm sure Salman Ozkan would recommend him to advance to Cup Series. We'll see, but a deal has to work out through. But with Salman Ozkan already having a ride this season, it's unknown if Donald Ebrahimian will be back next season. With what team? With a full-time team in entry. If Salman Ozkan were to return next season. I think Ozkan would be the one to take the full-time ride over Ebrahimian. And Ebrahimian's going to have to find a part-time opportunity elsewhere, more than likely. But he's shown that he can compete with the big drivers today. So I'm sure that a team or two will try to pick him up and run full part-time schedule. He has 2 runner-up finishes under his belt, so that win might be coming soon for Dylan Ebrahimian. And he's just waiting for the opportunity to arise with a big competitive team to try to win a race or two, and maybe even try to win a championship like his best friend Samet did a couple seasons ago. There's Maxwell Smart of the 20 car still out in front after a rocket start in the last caution. We've had 2 cautions today at the Roval, both occurring during stage number 1. 30 laps to go here at the Roval. Maxwell Smart, not a good season for him, but he's looking to give Joe Gibbs back-to-back victories this year. Samet Ozkan was the only driver for Joe Gibbs to win this season. Aiden Bigelow and Dylan Ebrahimian came close, but before Talladega last week, Ozkan was the only one of the team to have at least one win. But now they added another win with Stringer, and now they're trying to add another one with Maxwell Smart. So Bigelow and Ebrahimian are the ones that are left, but they had runner-up finishes this season. They came close, but weren't able to seal the deal. But Joe Gibbs has come alive here this season, even though I don't think they have any more drivers in the playoffs. And no, they do not. They don't have any more drivers in the no, they don't have any more drivers in the playoffs. It's just not a good season for Joe Gibbs, but the other Toyota team, 2311, had a solid season with Connor Breen making his way to the playoffs, but standing below the cut line now. And looking like highly unlikely that Breton's going to make it to the next round, but anything goes. By the way, Latara's cut the lean tremendously on the 20, so it might not be over yet. Race is far from over. Caution's out. Wow, just when I said the race was far from over, the yellow flag comes out. We have a crash. Huge crash on Chris Leone. He goes around and spins. Wow, what happened there? Oh, wow, the 3 slows up in front of him and he gets turned around. I don't know what happened. Why did the 3 slow up in front of the 12 like that? And he gets taken out in the 4 car with some damage. My goodness, we're going to have another restart. Holy cow. We're going to have another restart here at the Roval. Oh, boy. Here's another view of that wreck with the number 12 car slows up in front of the 3. The 3 just got right into him. And Matthew Buss gets caught up with it too. Oh, a handful of playoff drivers in that exchange. And Fitzwater with damage. Oh, man. This is going to hurt him in the long run. Wow. I mean, that's incredible. A caution came out for that. Holy cow. So this race has just turned upside down now. Casey Oates on pit road. I think he had a problem. Or I think it was one of the drivers that had damage early on. No, he was always on pit road. And so was Marvila. 2 playoff drivers were on pit road. Those are both playoff drivers. My goodness, the Roval's taking out a lot of playoff drivers today. Marvila. And now the other guy. Wow. My goodness, and wow, why does Maxwell Smart have a big lead there? It's so weird. Oh, I'm sure they'll catch up. I'm sure they're going to catch up. Perdomo with major damage. He was among the drivers that was hit on during the caution period. Casey Hoyt and Marvila. Hoyt comes in 7 points above, and Marvila 15 points above. Maybe Marvila can make it through to the next round, even after that incident. But Hoyt, he's going to have to rely on some help in order to advance in the next round at this point. Just 7 points above. Matt Hunter, this could help him out and give him a little bit of a cushion for him to advance in the next round. And now the pack has caught up, so I thought it was a bit of a glitch or something, but it's not a glitch, not the case. So we're going to go back to the green flag in about a lap or two. But the drivers are down the chicane. We'll see if anybody will take their pit stops at the halfway point. And there they go. They're all going to come down pit road. Looks like everybody's coming down pit road during this caution period. Should be able to make it on fuel at this point. I don't think anybody's going to stay out. They're all going to get their fresh tires and they're going to get tires in field hope to make it to the end of the race. And the 17, Isaac Perdomo, is out of the race. So he is the first driver to retire from the race today. Perdomo is out. Marvila and the Casey Order are lap down. I'm sure they're going to be more laps down if they don't come out of pit road very soon. And the 10 car 34, they're 2 laps down, but 10's going to stay out. Try to get a lap or 2 back, so is a 34. And the 3 car is elected to stay out as well. Wow. 3 car Alex Hawkins stays out, but the 20 car is going to beat him to the punch. So the 20 car beats him to the punch. And now 34 and 10 are going to restart in front of them. Not sure how this is going to work. So anyway, we're going to go back to the green next time by. Lap traffic is going to be ahead of them, I think. This will be interesting. Here we go. The green flag waves. Back underway at the Roval. Not sure why they didn't let the cars that were lapped in the back there, but we'll see what happens here on the restart. Maxwell Smart's got some lap traffic to deal with. Gonna have to let him go. Lautaro gets loose as Richardson goes for second. This could be huge for his chances to advance in the next round. If he can clear the 62, he's going to be in second place. Might have a shot at the leader. The 20's just going to let the lap traffic go. Moore's in the wall. They're crashing in front of him. 34 spins around. 10 gets into a hit. And somehow they avoid it. Lautaro goes around and spins. Lautaro's around. He spins around. 62 is hit from behind. Oh, crazy restart there with the lap cars wrecking. Lautaro gets hit from behind by Richardson. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is crazy. Lap cars are wrecking in front of him. Somehow Maxwell Smart made it through. And the 3 car stays out to take the lead. Holy cow. What was that about? My goodness. How did the 20 get through all that? Oh my gosh. The 20 just somehow got through all this chaos with Moore and Lautaro. Lautaro hits hard to the wall, and then the 6 reacts and takes out the 62. Leia Walker was hit too as well. Oh my goodness. Crazy sequence at the restart. Halfway point of the race. Oh my gosh, 62 was taken out there by the number 6. And Hawkins takes the lead. He is on the lead lap, and Hawkins is your leader. He stayed out. The 3 car stayed out, but is he going to pit again? That's the question. What a crazy sequence there. And now the 3 cars in the lead. 20 car Maxwell Smart somehow made it through that wreck. Is able to continue. And now they're going to let lap traffic go. And probably for the best. See if Hawkins comes to pit road. No, he's not. He's going to stay as the leader. Alex Hawkins is going to be ruled as the leader. And this just in, Raul Marvila and Casey are out of the race. They have retired. And that means Marvila and Hoyt, their chances to make the playoffs at this point, to make the next round at this point, are very slim. Now it's a very slim chance for those 2 drivers to make it to the next round. This is going to help out Cassidy Reynolds, and maybe even help out Garrett Alberton and Matthew Buss in advancing into the next round. But it's going to come down. It's going to come down to this, folks. Just a few laps left before we score stage 2 points. There's going to be, when we get back to the green, 5 more laps till the end of the stage. Anything goes now. It's Alex Hawkins and Maxwell Smart are both on the front row. Hawkins trying to win trying to win. It is 1 race back in the series, trying to be the second driver to win in that number 3 car this season. Chen Zi won at Worldwide Technology Raceway earlier this season. That exact same number 3 paint scheme. That paint scheme brought good luck to the team. We'll see if it can bring good luck again when the green flag drops at the Roval. Oh, wow. I don't know why they put the lap cars in front of the pack like that. That caused a lot of chaos. Hawkins, though, was not a lap car. He's on the lead lap. He stayed out and elected to take the lead. Made things interesting for our leaders today. But the 20 car is going to try to clear the 3. And Leia Walker is going to try to take second from Avi Sachs. Bumper to bumper, some contact there. 3 cars trying to hang on. Here they come to the S curves where the wreck happened last time. You can still see the tire marks where the caution happened. And the 3 car has the advantage on the bottom side. We'll see if he can clear the 20. We'll see if Avi Sachs can take 3rd place from the 26. And Richard Morphy has worked his way up to the top 5 in 5th. And James Richardson somehow stays in 7th in contention for stage points. 20 car is going to clear him. He is finally going to clear the 3 car and gets him out of the way. 20 car into the lead. Maxwell Smart is back out in front. He's now in the playoffs. He's trying to win to get on the board and give Joe Gibbs back-to-back wins in the round of 12. Neither driver in the playoffs, but they're both trying to make a statement today. Trying to get a win, trying to make Joe Gibbs himself happy. It's been a struggle season for the entire team, with Sam and Oscon being their only driver that made the playoffs with a win. But they turned it around last week when Hayden Stringer won at Talladega, and now they're going to try to win again with Maxwell Smart at the Roval. The RCR team has one of their drivers in the round of 8 already with Logan Nieto, and they're trying to add to that weekend with a win from the other car from Alex Hawkins. Avi Sachs currently runs 3rd position. He's trying to get on the board this season. The only driver from Hendrick that has won in season 45 is Allison Rain and took home the win at Bristol. So the big teams have struggled all season long as they're going 3 wide in the middle of the pack there. James Richardson, Cassie Reynolds, and Garrett Albertson all trying to advance to the next round. Oh boy, that was intense, but Richardson's going to lose a ton of positions. This is going to hurt him in the long run. He picked up stage points in the first stage, but is he going to be able to pick up points again in the second? Now he's going to have to face off against Reynolds and Albertson, both in the playoffs. Albertson's 8th, Reynolds is 9th, and now Richardson's outside the top 10 of stage points. With Boyd Hoyt and Marvila out of the race, this is a chance for these drivers to pick up big points to advance. Just saw a driver hit the wall hard. I think that was Logan Nieto that hit the wall hard there, but he's able to continue. Somehow it's the wall hard, and yet he's able to continue the race. Wow, I don't know how he did it. These drivers trying to avoid the wall, trying to avoid some contact. They're all trying to pick up big stage points. And by the way, we only got just 3 laps till the end of the stage. Just 3 more laps around to the end of the stage here as Maxwell Smart continues to take the lead. He has just led the most laps today, but can he hold on to win? Garrett Albertson and Reynolds both battling to stay above in terms of stage points. Would be huge for them to earn just 3, 2, and 3 stage points. Albertson would earn 3, and Reynolds would earn 2. But every little bit matters. Albertson's still staying just 20 points below the cut line, but if he finishes inside the top 10 today, or even top 5, he might catapult his way up to the round of 8. Down but not out for the 42 team. They still got a chance. They still have a chance to advance. Reynolds also still has a chance to advance in the next round. 2 points below the cut line. And guess what? If he hangs on, he's going to earn 2 more points in the stage. So he might be clear. He might be tied with Richardson now. Well, no, not tied with Richardson. Still needs a lot of work ahead of him. But stays in the top 10. Big points for him over Matt Hunter. It's going to come down to the wire in the stage points. It's going to be intense. A lot of twists and turns here at the Roval, but Maxwell Smart, if he hangs on, he'll take both stage wins. He's had the best car of the day here by far, as Spitz competitor LG Latara got taken out early on in the race by James Richardson. It was chaotic lap traffic, but Richardson's out of contention now for the points. Currently sits 12th position. So he would have to have the other two end in disaster for him to earn stage points, and that's not going to be likely. So he's going to have to settle for the stage points he has. He had 5 stage points, I believe, in the last stage, so he's going to have to settle on that one and have to rely on the finish as well to advance. Roger Ray, though, 36th position. I mean, what happened to him? He has just dropped off the map. Wow, I mean, he had some major damage and just dropped off now, and he's out of contention to win this race. And so it's not going to be a third time around for Roger Ray to win here at the Roval. But Maxwell Smart could get on the board here today and win at the Roval. Try to add another win for Joe Gibbs Racing. Stage 2 about to wrap up here. They'll add stage points a little bit, and we'll check and confirm if they're going to add up the stage points. So here comes the 20. The 20 car is going to take stage number 2 and going to pick up another stage win here at the Roval as the race continues. Less than 20 laps to go now at the Roval. Stage 2 is now complete, so we'll wait until they officially score the points on the bottom right of your screen. But from the looks of it, it looks like Smart's going to earn 10 stage points, and Leia's going to earn 7, and 6 are going to go to do number 1. And among the playoff drivers, the 42 is going to earn 3 stage points, and Reynolds is going to earn 2 stage points. And it looks like Dylan Ebrahimian will be the last driver to earn stage points today. Richardson's not going to earn stage points in stage 2 after earning some in stage 1, but Richardson still has a couple more stage points for safety. Now he's going to have to rely on the finish for those big points, and it's going to come down to the wire, folks. It's going to be very close to see which driver will advance to the next round and which driver will not. It's going to be really close. Maxwell Smart continuing to lead in the number 20 car. And Maxwell Smart was a former winner of the All-Star race back in season 40 and currently has 8 wins under his name. There are the stage points officially. So Albertson has 3, Reynolds has 2. Those are the playoff drivers that earn stage points in this race. Not a lot of drivers in the playoffs earn stage points. So it was a pretty rough day for the playoff drivers of the Roval, but a very critical day for some of them that need stage points to advance. Maxwell Smart won 3 events last season. He won at the Daytona 500. He also won the Daytona again. He swept Daytona last season and added a Martinsville win to that season last year. And now season 45, he is winless so far. Is looking to add another win here today. Cassie Reynolds has 9 wins, and we'll see if Maxwell Smart can tie Cassie Reynolds in terms of victories with 9 wins apiece. So if Maxwell Smart were to win, he would equal the amount of wins that Cassie Reynolds has in his career. Just thought I would point that out, as Reynolds is in the playoffs currently. But a dominating day for the 20 car. They had some bumps down the road, but they're trying to make the best of it here today at Charlotte to try to hang on for the win. Not much battles for positions up in the front now. Now the 6 car just has got to be conservative here at this point to advance into the next round. LG Lataro currently 16th in the race, but he was hoping that he would stay in the top 5 to compete for a win like he was at Talladega last week. When he got taken out in the race by the 6 car. And I'm sure the 6, it wasn't his fault because he was trying to react to lap traffic wrecking in front of him. And boy, was that a mess there. It was a complete mess to have those lap cars start in front of him, and I'm sure he's going to have a word with the officials after this race. They let a race slip away like that. My goodness. 62 car trying to hang on and salvage the best here today. And I think the 62 does have one more race under its schedule. That is going to be the season finale at Atlanta. So, might try to salvage that. Logan Nieto, 21st. As I mentioned earlier, he's already in the next round because of an error I made in terms of scoring. And I completely forgot about him. So, he's in the round of 8 no matter what. Nieto's running 21st. And we'll see if he can pick up steam here today and get the momentum shift in his favor as he heads to the round of 8 with a chance to compete in the Championship 4 next week. Quinn Moore's 38th. He is not a factor now in this race, so it looks like he's not going to get a win today here at Charlotte. There's Luke Walker. We talked about Leia running in 4th position, but Luke Walker's running 26th position. Just been a struggle for the 27 team today, as Luke gets his opportunity to return along with sister Leia in the same team. But they're both running at the opposite ends of the spectrum, as Luke Walker's just struggled here today, but he's making the most of this opportunity of his return back. Matthew Buss is 31st right now, and it looks like that unless a miracle happens, the 41 car might not be able to make it to the next round. Ooh, Latara got into a contact there. JP Latara got into some contact, was able to continue. But again, the 41 needs a miracle to advance to the next round. He's had a rough race going, a very rough race, and yeah, it looks like his time might be running out to advance to the next round. And Matt Hunter is 33rd. He's actually 2 positions lower than Matthew Buss. He's going to try to gain a position on Chris Leone using the 10 as a pick. But Matt Hunter, though, he's just struggled. I mean, comes in above the cut line. He might also be out of the cut line. He might be below the cut line after this race if he stays in the 30s. Not looking too good for the 22 team, for sure. Not looking too bright. 99 car onto pit road. That's George Rourke. He made his way to pits and he had a problem there. Had to be fixed. Roger Ray and Isaiah Bernesh on the back of the pack. Billy Bishop, 37th. That cushion may or may not be enough for him to advance. We could be seeing a lot of the round of 8 drivers out of the playoffs. Out of the round of 12 drivers out of the playoffs. Oh, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting. I mean, it's been all about the 20 car all day long. Like most of the race, he took the lead from LG Lataro early on, and now he's just continuing to lead. The 46, I should say, of Pichu, currently running in 14th position. A solid day for him in his return back here at the Charlotte Roval. There's Hayden Stringer, though. He's definitely not going to win this race now, but he's cheering on his teammate in the 20 as Maxwell Smart has built up to a 2-second gap over Alex Hawkins. Bold strategy for the 3 car to stay out and briefly take the lead, but wasn't able to hold on over the 20. The 19 car Hayden Stringer, though, not a good race for him, but he's cheering his teammate on. 20 car trying to get another position, trying to pick up every point that matters now. He's in the 30s, though, so things are not looking too good for the 22. Next season, the series heads to its 46th season, and it will be under a new name, the Pichu London Ultimate Series. So this series will have a new name called the Pichu London Ultimate Series to differentiate it between this series and the Mock Series I've been running with real drivers and real distances and some added twist back and forth. So next season, this series will become the Pichu London Ultimate Series. And I made that announcement a while back, but for those who didn't catch on to it, this series will have a new name called the Pichu London Ultimate Series next season. And that's our 46th season offline racing. Definitely more seasons than any other offline league I could find on YouTube combined. 46 seasons. I've done this for over, I believe, like 11 years now. Almost 12 years I've done this. It's just been amazing. It's been phenomenal. And I originally thought this was going to be my final season of doing the series because I didn't think there was going to be anything else added to it. I didn't think I was going to be able to add more to the series. But now with new technologies making things possible and interesting, I decided to keep it going. For whoever knows how long I'll continue to do this. Maybe I'll go to another few years from this, and not sure how long this will last here. But thanks to all of you guys, who've kept this series alive, and we're very excited for next season coming up, as we're going to implement auto stages full time and going to see how that's going to make things interesting going forward. I'm still working on next season's schedule and all the teams that they'll have next season. Still working on that, so when I do have the schedule ready and all the cars and roster ready, I'll let you know when signups will be up. But it's not going to be up right now. I'm gonna have to wait until I get everything prepared so that we can prepare for next season here for season 46 of the newly renamed Pichu London Ultimate Series. The Plus. It's known as Plus now. Series will be known as Plus. Yeah, Plus. That's cool. Cool acronym. I try to keep it that way. Instead of PLCS, it's going to be known as Plus. That'll be a lot of fun. Avi Sachs gaining ground on Alex Hawkins, trying to get by for second spot. Almost 10 laps to go at the Roval. I wonder if the first pit stop is going to be enough for them to last them the entire race. But Maxwell Smart doesn't seem to mind right now. He has a big cushion in front of him. Excuse me. Alex Hawkins battling for second against Avi Sachs. And fourth place now is Leah Walker, trying to get an opportunity now, as Abrahamian moves up to 8th position. Not much changes going on, battling side by side, but the race continues and they're trying to make every position matter, trying to get those positions to get to the points and try to advance to the next round. Leah Walker got a little bit of hit of the wall there. But there's still going to be some road courses, by the way, added to the schedule. I will tell you that the Indianapolis road course next season will not be back, but we will be back on the oval next season in Indianapolis. So can't wait to have the Brickyard. So very excited to have the Brickyard 400 make its return next season at Indianapolis on the oval. But I still have some road course surprises up my sleeve. I'll let you know in due course, in a later date. I do know, however, that Indianapolis will not return to the road course. They'll be back on the oval next season. And also the Bristol Dirt Race will not be back next season. Instead, they'll be back on concrete. No word if there will be 2 races in the schedule or 1. I'm still working on that. Still considering whether I want to do 1 or 2 races at Bristol. But Bristol will be back somewhere next season, but maybe 1 or 2 races. I'm still deciding on that one, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know of any new developments. Richard Morphy runs in the 5th position. He and George Rourke were eliminated in the last round, and they had both drivers from the same team advance, and no one expected that would be the case. But George Rourke came out of retirement. George Rourke came out of retirement. And in the 99, he's in the 99. George Rourke came out of retirement to win. I mean, that was amazing for that team in Michigan. They got the job done and got him into the playoffs. But they were eliminated in the first round. But still, a lot of props for George Rourke coming out of retirement to win. We'll see if he can return next season. We'll see if the team will sign him again. But only time will tell. 8 more laps around the Roval. Maxwell Smart just cruising right now. He's might be a little worried about if he's going to make it on fuel or not, but right now that's not the case. Aiden Bigelow running in the 7th position, so a good start for the Joe Gibbs team. Bigelow running in the top 10, though, and Ibrahimian right behind him in the 8th position under TRD. But the Joe Gibbs Toyotas, though, they've been super fast these past couple weeks. They had Stringer win last week, and now we'll see if they can add another one with Maxwell Smart. And look at the damages by Chris Leon and Matthew Bust, and they're still trying to race for some points here. Only the 41 is still in contention to try to pick up points. But he's not going to earn a lot of points from his position, and that might hurt him in the long run. With all the other competitors in front of him. Albertson's 9th, Reynolds is 10th. So who knows what's going to happen here in these next couple laps. We had a pretty tame race most of the day. We've only had like 3-4 cautions in this race. And I'm sure that these guys know a thing or two about navigating the Roval now. There are rumors that the Roval might be removed after season 46. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but season 46 could be the final race at the Roval. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. But it's just a rumor at this point, but we don't know yet. The Roval's going to be back next season, but they might not be returning after that. But it's still a rumor at this point. Oh, the caution's out. How about that? The yellow flag is out. It's Hayden Stringer. He stalls on the track. He blows up and stalls on the track, and the caution will fly. With just a few laps to go, and now Avi Sachs is going to try to take second place. What a twist. Sachs is going to try to take second from Hawkins. He clears him just before the caution. Holy cow, we have a race now. With 6 laps to go. Caution flies. It's going to make things interesting. Will they or will they not pit? I'm sure the drivers are going to come to pit road. They were very close on their fuel numbers. But Maxwell Smart's going to lead to the caution. Oh boy, we're going to have a restart. Oh man. Strap yourselves in. This is going to be a lot of fun. Oh boy. No drivers to pit. They're going to stay out. Oh boy. 4 laps to go. Back to the green. We're going to go right away. Hayden Stringer had a piston problem, and that's why he blew up and stalled on the track. His race is over. But with 4 laps to go, we're about to see a good finish here at Charlotte. Here we go. It's going to be with Avi Sachs and Maxwell Smart in the front row, as Sachs was just able to pass Smart before the caution. Going back to green. Here we go. Back to the green flag. 4 to go. Both of them are even right now. They're currently even, heading down to the S-curves. Sachs has a bit of an advantage, but will Maxwell fight back on the outside? Sachs clears him. Avi Sachs takes the lead. As Maxwell Smart got shuffled in the side. And now Avi Sachs takes the lead. Hawkins losing third to Leia Walker. Leia's trying to clear the 3 car. Holy cow, what a twist of events here as Maxwell Smart loses the lead. He had dominated this race until the yellow came out. And now it's a battle for the win with Avi Sachs and Maxwell Smart. Battle for third between Alex Hawkins and Leia Walker heating up. And now Mitch Barrier's up to 5th. He's going to go for 4th. Will Mitch Barrier gain ground on the leaders with 3 laps to go? 3 to go for Avi Sachs. Trying to give Hendrick Motorsports their 2nd win of the season. They won with Allison Rain a couple weeks ago. Avi Sachs trying to add another one for the team. He got a great jump when he needed to. Holy cow, what a shocking twist of events. Avi Sachs trying to add another win here and trying to win at the Roval, the season 19 champion. If he hangs on, it will be his 27th career win in the PLCS. He would be breaking a tie for second on the all-time wins list. The caution is out. The race will end after they take the stripe. There's a caution. It's over. There was a crash, by the way, behind them. I think Austin Sitzel got into a mess, and he did. Gets into the apron, spins, and he causes the caution. And this race is over. This race is now over. Maxwell Smart's got one more chance. It looks like he's not going to get him. Avi Sachs is going to hang on. He's going to try to hang on to the stripe. He's going to win, likely. 2 laps to go under caution. This race is over. They will not get back to the green with no overtime. And there it is. Avi Sachs might have just won this race. What a shocking turn of events here at Charlotte. Took the lead on the restart and was able to hold off Maxwell Smart. Unless if something disastrous goes wrong, Avi Sachs will be your winner. There it is. The final lap has been taken. The white flag is in the air. They'll take it under the caution flag. So if the results hold on, it looks like Albertson will be the highest driver in the playoffs in 8th. And Reynolds will finish in the 9th position. Some big top 10 points for those drivers to try to advance to the next round. Will it be enough? And James Richardson dropped to 14th. Is that going to be enough for him to advance? Another playoff driver, let me check. Oh, Zachary Fitzwater, 23rd. And Matthew Buss, 24th. It's going to be tough for them to advance. Matt Hunter just gained a couple grounds on that caution. Was able to get the benefit of a caution to gain ground. He's 27. That might not be so bad. He might still make it to the next round. Billy Bishop, 35th. He took a bad spill. So did Connor Breton. That might hurt his chances to advance. Who knows what's going to happen now with the playoffs, with the points being added after this race. But Avi Sachs is just a turn away from collecting the victory here at the Roval, and I bet nobody expected the 5-car to return to victory lane. Avi Sachs is going to get his 27th career PLCS victory, which will put him in sole possession of 2nd place on the all-time wins list. Just 1 win behind Zachary Fitzwater in his career. Avi Sachs, a former champion and a legend, adds another win to his resume. Down the final corner, here he comes. Avi Sachs is going to take the checkered flag in the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. There it is. It is official now. Avi Sachs wins for the 27th time in the PLCS. Your final results from the Charlotte Roval as Avi Sachs takes an unexpected win here at the Roval. Took the lead from Maxwell Smart on the restart and the caution flew just in time. Avi Sachs, your winner in the number 5 car. What a shocking win for the team. An amazing job well done as the Hendrick team earns just their 2nd win of the season. As they add their win from Bristol a couple weeks back with Allison Rain. Now Avi Sachs, the other legend, takes the win. So Sachs is now he now takes sole possession of 2nd place on the all-time wins list in PLCS history. He was tied with Allison Rain. Yeah, I was actually tied with Allison Rain, Jacob Lawler for 2nd most wins all time. And now he is in sole possession of 2nd place on the all-time wins list, just 1 off Zachary Fitzwater's record. So take a look at the results on your screen, and Maxwell Smart won both stages but wasn't able to hold on to win here at Charlotte. And a shocker, it was a restart shocker, but man, it came down to the wire and it was a real close call. And I know it says 0 caution flags. I do know there were a handful of cautions. I'm not sure why they didn't keep track of cautions like that, but stage points are the way that they should be. And Stringer earned 1 stage point, so did Marvila. For Marvila and Hoyt, their chances of making the playoffs, to make it in the next round, are very slim as they each earn 1 point. 36 and below earns 1 point each. Billy Bishop earns 2 playoff points and Connor Breen earns 3. among the playoff drivers. So they took a big hit in the playoffs. Matt Hunter only earned 10 points in this round, in this playoff race. Matthew Buss earned 13, and another playoff driver, let me go check, James Richardson earned 29. So it's going to come down to the wire. So Richardson might be advancing to the next round. We know that, but we'll see if the other drivers will join him in advancing. We'll take a look at the point standings, and we'll add up all the points, and we'll see which drivers are going home. First driver to advance to the next round with 3,078 points is Billy Bishop. That cushion was more than enough for Bishop to advance into the round of 8. So Bishop is the first driver other than Moore Nieto to advance to the next round. The first driver to be eliminated from the round of 12 is Matthew Buss. With just 3,031 points, Matthew Buss will be eliminated from playoff contention. The second driver to advance to the next round is Zachary Fitzwater. He finished 1 point behind Billy Bishop in the round at 3,077 points. But he did enough for him to advance and keep his championship hopes alive. The second driver to be eliminated from the playoffs is Connor Breton. With just 3,046 points, it was enough for Breen to advance to the next round. And we have two drivers that have tied in the points. They both have equal number of points, but both drivers will advance to the next round. Those two drivers are James Richardson and Cassidy Reynolds. They each received 3,073 points. They did enough together to advance into the next round. The third driver eliminated from playoff contention is Casey Hoyt. At 3,052 points, he has been eliminated from playoff contention. And he falls just short. And the next driver to advance to the next round at 3,060 points is Ronald Maravilla. He has advanced to the next round. It is going to come down now to Matt Hunter and Garrett Albertson, and just 1 point separated the two. 3,057 was the one that advances, and 3,056 is the one that goes home. So with that being said, the last driver to lock himself into the round of 8 is Matt Hunter. His championship hopes stay alive, and Garrett Albertson has been eliminated from playoff contention. So Hunter is in and Albertson is out. And what a season for Garrett Albertson, but it ends in heartbreak in the round of 12. So we have our 8 drivers in the playoffs in contention to win the championship. They are Quentin Moore, Logan Nieto, Billy Bishop, Zachary Fitzwater, James Richardson, Cassidy Reynolds, Ronald Maravilla, and Matt Hunter. Those 8 are still alive for the championship, and a win gets you in now to the championship race with a chance to win the title at Atlanta. We have 3 races to decide which 4 drivers will advance to compete for the championship. It's going to be a lot of fun for in the next couple of weeks, all going to determine who's in and who's out. You do not want to miss this final round event, the final round schedule of events. It's going to be a lot of fun. Until next time, we will see you later at Las Vegas.